back at you now. Had to fuck around and find out. So get on, and you can leave me the hell alone. Must have me confused. Fuck around and find out. You give me the blues. Fuck around and fly out. I know something's wrong. Your mind is gone now. It's been too long. But now you shocked how. Got no time for games. No matter who's to blame. I won't even explain. But to fuck around and find out. Got no time for games. No matter who's to blame. I won't even explain. Fuck around and find out.
You ready to go with the 504 Fan Cave?
Let's do it.
All right, you know how it starts. Here we go! Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It must be Monday because we're here for the 504 Fan Cave.
You know,
Whew,
you know it.
boy,
You know
it. I try to talk about things that I am grateful for. And, well, this week the Saints did not leave me a lot to be grateful for their performance.
I'm curious to hear what you were grateful for besides having a team and not many people getting hurt or something like that.
we had less than 4 interceptions.
Ooh, see, that's why, man. That's why you're my right-hand man on Only Good Vibes News Network. See, you're learning to find that silver lining in everything.
Well, finding a silver lining in a shit sandwich this week. Saints
shit sandwich does not taste good.
Oh my God!
So everything about it is bad.
Why do they keep serving that at the Superdome? Why?
Oh, goodness gracious. I think the Dome doesn't even have any control over it anymore. I think the workers even want to maybe stay home.
Jeez. You know who needs to go home?
Uh-oh. Are we going after people's heads?
Send Mickey Loomis home, man.
Ooh,
he's responsible for those players.
I didn't know you was going to get on poor Mickey.
He made those players. He got all those guys. He signed every one of their contracts.
Is Mickey in charge of the Hornets too?
I think so. I think maybe he might be spread a little thin. He might want to focus up on one or the other.
Oh, my.
Doing both might be spreading that man a little thin.
I love Miss B. She's a sweet lady.
She's got her cheerleader squad looking good this year. I'll tell you what.
You trying to send me in a trap waters or something, man?
I'm always trying to spring the bear trap.
This guy's tricky. Dude, well, we're back. Well, welcome to 504 Fan Cave. Jamie and I, we've been here. We've been hanging out, man. We've been thinking about, this week, thinking about what we're going to say to folks, or, what the vibe's going to be for people feeling like us as a Saints fan. I like your outfit, man. You got the Soul Brass Band on.
Oh yeah,
I got to
represent.
You like New Orleans.
Our frequent guest,
yes,
Mr. Derek Freeman. I'm representing for him tonight.
Him and I even have an open invitation to call anybody else who have our phone number. At any time you feel like you want to call, just send us a text or something. We'll get you on.
We're going to have a live show coming up in a few weeks.
Yes, I think
where
it's
people
17th.
can watch live on YouTube. So if you're a regular watcher on the YouTube, like after we record and send it to Jay, tune in. We'll be here live on YouTube live, and then you can get with it. And
I think it's November the 17th. I think that's what we said. We're going to double check that date.
Yeah, but I think you're right. November 17th.
So we're definitely ready to feel the vibe, and those guys are welcome to call in whenever they want to. So they may call on this show, they may not. But we do know we have a scheduled guest today, Jay. And the scheduled guest, as it being so dark, and we lost 8 games and we won 1 game. The last time it was actually that dark, Jay, it's been they say 40 years ago, 1980.
Wow, 40 years going, huh?
Yeah, and in 1980 was actually the year that they invented the bag, the Aints.
Oh, no way. They dropped the S.
The team was so bad. They dropped the S, absolutely, and made it Aints instead of Saints. And that name still haunts us. Like, I hate that name because, we had a second line and got rid of all that stuff after we won the Super Bowl. But But I decided, why don't we get a guest who's been there, and a guest who's actually been through, was a fan in 78. Not only was a fan in 78, but the guy's been dressing up.
Oh, yeah, we had him on the show a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Mack the Quack. Mack the
All
Quack.
right, Mack the Quack.
AKA Who That Clown.
I like it. We're the 504 Fan Cave. So we frequently call fans to commiserate with us over here.
Yeah.
Before we do,
commiseration station
one
for
of the
your
things
sinks.
that I've really been enjoying that you frequently do is the good, the bad, and the ugly. What do you got for us this week?
Ooh, my, oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. The good. I mean, they gave Shuck a chance. Give Shuck a chance. Give Shuck a chance. So we gave him a shot.
Is it Shuck or Show?
It's Shuck. I would think, I went to Grace King, man, public school. It could be right. 50-50 chance.
I don't know. I did think that last week's game sort of spoke to the fact that maybe it was a little soon to pull Rattler out. No?
It was just the time. I think Shuck going in is perfect.
Okay.
Because look, this is what you got all your marbles on. I mean, they went around, they got this guy. It was 4th round pick. They got him. I mean, that's the guy that they need to know, because it's clearly rebuilding. And
right, they need to know going forward if they
we got somebody, or we got some dude that's gonna be holding the clipboard wondering what we got. I mean,
Hey, right now, if the draft were tomorrow, 1st round.
Nope. I told you.
No, I just heard the stat today.
The Jets?
Yeah, we're better than
the Jets. Won.
We're better than the Jets.
Right.
We're
the worst
31st.
team would get the first year.
Yeah, the Jets have a win, and they feel like they're a stronger team than us. They feel like they're ranked.
So I'm telling you, whoever's the worst team is going to get the first pick. And I'm thinking if the season ended today, we both have 1 win. But I'm telling you, I think that
we have less points, though. That's the way they do it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, don't mess with stat, man.
So
yeah, the good was that, and let me see, I can squeeze some more good out. He threw his first touchdown.
Okay.
Right. And he moved the ball along. He was doing really good.
I feel like you're out there on the field, like helping him walk, going, "Come on, take a step now. Come on,
no,
come on towards me.
No, I think
you can do it.
I think he moves the ball. well.
No, he's got a nice touch on those passes.
Yeah, he has, but he has some turnovers. Of course, he got turnovers. Guys need to give him a chance to play with the ones and give him a chance. I'm excited about him, but I definitely want to say that there's one more thing that's good. I felt that that we have a lot of guys that don't quit, but we're still just not that good, which is it's not a good thing, but it's just that they're not quitting.
That's sort of a segue to the bad. It's like we have a lot of guys that don't quit, but then we're still not that good.
I mean, Demario Davis is not quitting. Cam Jordan not quitting. Those guys are not quitting. I'm not saying, but on offense, I'm not saying
I just felt like the line was weak.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I think the coaching was not strong. I just feel like it was a collective effort on the coaching on all levels that wasn't really good, because they played a good team. Like having guys wide open it just was beyond the defensive coordinator as well, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I think that, I'm headed to the bad. Can you tell?
I thought we were segueing right in there. That's perfect.
All right, so let's get to the bad. The bad was, let's go with the atrocious.
Okay. Right? Well, no, we'll save that for the ugly. Let's just go bad.
Okay. So the bad was this. The bad was we couldn't sustain the bad is that we just can't catch the ball when we need to make a first down. 83. Okay, 83.
I think we had 10 first downs the whole game.
I mean, but our defense, they played well before, but our offense didn't even get the ball but 3 times in the third quarter.
The defense was way overworked in this game.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they just had a really good scheme against our guys, and it showed a lot of weaknesses in our defense. And that's really bad, because it's a copycat league. Now you got to have the personnel to be able to do that as well, but it's tough, man. It's tough when you don't have the personnel, and then you get exposed to a lot of things that you was getting covered up when you play a really good team. And that's what happened. They work you and stress you in all the areas that you're not strong in, and things like this can happen. But can you fix it, or can you just keel over? And I think that we shall see. I think that's the real deal. We'll see. I mean, I was looking at some of Kalen Moore's interview this morning. Still looks a little ho-hum. And, if I take him in the fight, I probably would be picking him last. But let's get Mack in here, and let's see what this guy talking about. He was one of the guys who's been there in the beginning. And I want to say, first of all, thank you to all of our listeners out here. We really appreciate it. I was looking at some of the numbers, and we have definitely want to say thank you to Shecky, because I'm sure he's listening in France.
Yeah, and if you are listening or watching, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. That's the way it goes.
That's exactly what you should do, because if you do that, then more people know, and we'll have more people on, and it'll be a good time. We can all commiserate together.
Right.
We get all other people, because that's one of the things that we're going to be having too. We're going to have some one-win team fans call in. I was going to get Matthew Lazarus to call in, because he's Jets here in New York, a friend of ours, and the Jets, well, they stink like we stink. Yeah, let's call up this guy who's been here for so long.
Call him up, and don't forget to put us on the.
That's one of the main things I need to do here. But yeah, so we are very organic here at 504 Fan Club, Fan Cave Club. You're in the club when you're in the cave anyway. But yeah, right hands on, very organic, grassroots. Okay, we live with that, and now we're gonna call old Mack and get this guy is one of my favorites. I got to be honest with you. I really do love him. I'm going to go on the record and say Mack is my favorite super fan out of all the super fans ever.
Nobody taking.
I like the Pope too. I like Lionel too. I like a lot of people. I like Umbrella Man too. I can't think. I forget my man's name, but I apologize. Mack, lovely to see you, dude. I cannot believe we're 1-8. We're going to see what Mack says about that. Oh, will we get Mack?
Hey, Leroy, how you doing?
What's going on, Mack? How you doing, my brother?
You found yourself.
All right. All right. I thought I was going to call about 7, buddy, but that's okay.
Oh, we got you live here on the air right now, bro.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Let me
take your time, Mack.
There we go. Quiet.
Hey, I'm good. How you doing, Mack? How's everything? I hope we didn't disturb you too much.
All right. Just kind of like holding down the fort and thinking that this is the worst the Saints have done in this last game I've seen in a long time. You kind of figure when you only got the ball for 15 minutes of the game, you're really losing that game. Unfortunately, our offense is struggling. And you think it would.
Mack, you just jump right into it, huh? You just said, let me just give you the diagnosis right now. But
let me say, hey, if we don't have offense, how are you going to score points?
So let me back it up a little bit. You're 100% right on all of that stuff. One of the things I wanted to say to you, Mack, is thank you for your time. Thank you. Jamie and I really appreciate you coming on our show. We value your opinion. Problem. We value your opinion. That's the main reason why we wanted you on here. And so where did you watch the game Sunday, Mack?
I watched it at my mom's house, and suffered by myself.
So you watched the game at your mom's, you and your mom?
Yeah, she doesn't watch the game, but I come in.
She hears you yelling and screaming.
Screaming, I said, "Dadgummit!" And I said, "Block!" I mean, really, unfortunately, the line is not given. They can't run the ball. They have inconsistent running. The 3 and out doesn't help anything else. It's just that it looks like Kamara's hurt, and he's really not performing as well as he should be doing. And
I don't see that.
He's playing hurt.
Yeah, one of the things that I was thinking is for me, I think that Kamara possibly is maybe not being used the best as he can, the same way with Taysom Hill.
I just don't see that spark. He used to have a spark.
Well, the thing is, they're running him up the middle, and he's not a middle runner. I hate to say that. He has to have a little more space.
In between the tackles, right. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. Off tackle around the end, or, a good instead of having Akeem do the what do you call it? That guy, doggone end around thing. You should probably put him out on the wing and then have him come run across and give it to him. That
Oh, you
way,
mean like
or
on
fake
those
it
little
to him
sweeps?
yeah, those sweeps is just a matter of getting him out in the open. And I think he will outrun a lot of guys. But
Yeah, so I
that's
think
my
he should
fault.
be in. I think he should be
Jet
in
sweep would be good.
space.
In that. Yeah,
That's cool
yeah,
too. But people are looking for him on those kinds of things. I'm with you on that. But Mac,
okay, go ahead. It looks like they got what you would say is a spy on the running backs, and that's it gets them away. And when you lose the ball because they punch it out, it's doggone. That's a tactic here.
Mac, I did not know you were such an X's and O's guy. I mean, really, I thought that you were thinking more of like, obviously, like we all see the game and all, but I mean, like the strategic things that you're putting out there is like, it's not you just didn't think about that. You've been thinking about it and you're trying to put it together. And you obviously know that we're going to be talking about some things, but the angles I wanted to talk about, and we could talk about all of that too, but one of the angles that I wanted to talk about, because we're going to talk to just you this whole show. Like, so this is your show. So we got to get, you do whatever. We're going to get everything that you want to say out. But one of the angles that I wanted for the world to see and for you to do was to show us, or tell us rather, not show us. I mean, there's no right or wrong way, but you've been a fan since 1978. Am I correct with dressing up?
Yeah.
Okay. And in 1978, that's 3 years after they went from Tulane to the Superdome, correct? It was in the Superdome for 3 years.
Yeah, they were actually in Superdome, I think 2 years or something. Yeah, and I finally got my season tickets there.
Yeah, I think it was 72 when the dome was built. Is that right, Stat, man?
Yeah, well, I think the first game was in 76 or so, something like that. And I didn't get my tickets until 78. But I was going to the games, but I got my season tickets in,
oh, wow. Okay.
78.
All right. I need to fix that fact. But
So it wasn't it.
So with that in mind, you've seen the team
I've seen the team when Meekum had the reins and ran the money, and he didn't really want to spend money on a team that won. And I felt that way, unfortunately.
How do you feel? How do you feel about before because the 80s was when we're 1-8 right now, right? And this is
in the 80s. Think of it. The 80s is when we lost our first, I think, 7 games, and basically, that's when the bags came out.
So in the 80s, right? That's what they said. So
yeah, back in the 1980s.
That's what I want to wrap your head around. So say a year or two you had before that, right, Mac? And then all of a sudden you had like an okay team, or they stunk, or they just started gradually. Did they start? I know.
Well, we always had a bad team. Unfortunately, it's just they didn't have a winning season as of yet. A winning season almost came about when Bum Phillips was a coach, and I thought that. But the Bum Phillips was hired after our 1-15 season, after the basically. If you remember, I don't know if you remember back in the 80s, it's Jerry Grieve, I think, wore a bag at a bar, and the bartender, Bobby LeCompte, talked to Buddy Diliberto, and he says, "Oh, that's a great idea," and he started advertising, "The Saints are so bad, got to wear a bag. I'm going to wear a bag until the Saints win," and that was his pledge. So it started the Aints, basically, and that's when the bags started coming around. Is that
Buddy Diliberto?
That's the history behind it.
So
Buddy Diliberto
was the first. So Percy once said that if he was just so bummed out, and this was in probably what
1980. It was
1980 was when he went out.
The year of 1980. Yeah, this is where it was. We had our worst season.
So after he had that radio show broadcast, then he went back to the next
TV.
On TV.
He was on TV, and he wore his bag on TV. If you remember,
okay.
I don't know if you remember that.
I remember. But one of the things one of the things I only heard him on radio, honestly. One of the things I wanted to ask is the next home game they had, did people have bags on, or was it took a minute for it to catch on?
It basically, once he said it on TV, it kind of like took off like a rocket.
So people brought bags with them.
Brought bags them and started wearing bags to the game and putting bags on it, And I was not one to put bags on my head.
Yeah, that's what I want to get at. I want to get at.
Basically, I said I'm going to put a wig, but I'm not going to put a bag on my head.
So is that the time that you started the costume, the same time as they started with the bags?
Well, yeah, to a certain extent, I wore a clown wig, and that was rainbow wig, but changed it up to a Simpson wig, different. When they got a different coach, I wore something different for Bumfield. Basically suspenders and the wig and mustache, basically trying to be Western kind of like, but I didn't wear a hat because in the Dome, because just like Bum's mom says, you never wear a hat indoors. So that was me.
Oh, wow. So that was like your first dressing up in the games in the 80s. Right? Wow. Okay. So now you got this, and these people are all wearing bags. Or how do you stay positive? Can you tell us the feel?
How many people were wearing bags? I mean, we think about it. We see a couple of people on TV. Was there like whole sections of people wearing bags?
No, it was probably the people that actually seen the Buddy DeLiberto and followed him on his newscasting. They probably came into, but it wasn't you didn't see a whole section of bag people. It was here and there. I've got to say, and again too, to get a big enough bag for wearing at that time was kind of hard to get a bag that big to put over your head.
So was people lining up at Swegman's or what?
I don't know if Swing was still open then, The thing is, you had to get a brown bag that didn't have the logo on it. Swagman's always had their logos on it. So you'd either have to paint it, gold, or, basically some guys were calling me up and says, where can I get a bag? And I said, I'm not getting to get you a bag. I mean, I really don't think of it. Bags, the bag people can wear their bag, but I don't think it reflects the, I think it's a negative approach to people. That's the way I feel.
I agree. I think it's a negative attitude, and you got to be proud.
You want to back the Saints. You want to be proud to have the Saints. I do not. I feel that if you, if you don't support the Saints, I'm afraid, even though they have a contract, the Saints could, even though they pledge they're going to stay in New Orleans, if you don't have the people backing it up, they're going to move. Somebody's going to move the Saints somewhere else, but I don't. Even though they say they're not.
Let me tell you something. Mack, I just want to reply to that if you don't mind. I don't want to cut you off. Continue your story. But I want to reply to that one you saying about them leaving, and I think we have an amazing relationship with this team, and I figured that out when we had Katrina. I remember everybody, if you can remember, like I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, I knew it was not going to move even after Katrina, because even Tom Benson was up there threatening to move.
No, he was trying to sell it. The two people who stopped him, I'll tell you exactly who stopped him. He was going to move it to San Antonio and everything, but that was just a poise to hope to get a better deal with the Super. Paul Tagliabue, in my opinion, and Arnie Philco are the two people who held them accountable. And Arnie from the other side, we need to get Arnie on the show. We don't have to talk about that. I'm sure
good idea.
We'll get him on here, but not to talk about this, but whatever. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Actually, I don't care. But
hey, Arnie.
No, I love Arnie Philco. He's a personal friend of mine. I love that guy. And I was saying that they were the ones that. But my point of telling you the story about Katrina is because regardless, I lost everything, right? And I didn't lose people, so it was very good. But what happened was I lost everything materially. So, but when I was gone and I was like sad or whatever, whenever the game was on, wherever it was, I was in Florida, somebody was in California, wherever, everybody forgot about all the shit they lost. Everybody forgot about everything. And for those 3 hours, dude, it almost makes me emotional. We were all together.
Right. No
right?
matter where we were.
Like, no, toilets didn't even flush. I remember someone saying it, but people were like, we were about that team was everything that we had, right?
Yeah.
So as far as like
basically, that's the way I felt. That's the way my wife felt. You know, when we left for Katrina, one of the things we did have in our possession was our Saint season tickets. We weren't going to lose that in the flood.
Dude, you know what I lost? You know what I took, Mac? And I was talking to somebody, ironically enough, yesterday about this. I swear to God. They were laughing. My friends from New York in town. I took golf clubs and Saints tickets. That was it.
That's all you needed.
Dude, that was it. But,
well, you know, the thing is...
the Saints tickets, for the record, did not work. We had to buy a ticket to go to New York game.
Even though you had the season tickets, they didn't work.
We had to buy it. No good. Sorry.
Yeah, I went to the home game that we had in San Antonio. And that's where I got reassurance that Saints are going anywhere. They're coming back to the Dome. And it was...
Man, I'll fly over Texas, but I'm not like always going to Texas.
You're not visiting Texas personally?
I'm just saying. It's just like,
that's my second home in a way.
Isn't that great? Well, I mean, hey, look, I'm sure people love things. I mean,
but I don't want the Saints moving to San Antonio.
Hey, man, that's what I was going to get at. And the thing is, look, back to, I'm so...
Back to when we were talking about the bags and everything.
So I'm so into this story because here we are, Mac. You're a guy out here, like, that has been through it before. You're actually we've seen the beginning of us becoming like completely horrible, where people were putting bags on.
I was there when the wagon was broke, I always say. But then they had a lot of people that jumped on the bandwagon after we won when we got Drew Brees and we had a new look at the team, and it took Sean Payton a few years before he got
involved, right?
Involved in winning. Because he didn't have a winning season the first year he came, and he didn't have. He had a little more. I would say he had a lot of good people because, it's just a matter of we had good drafts at that time, so he was able to get. And then he got a lot of young people, young hungry players.
Yeah, you zoomed up from the bags right up to the Super Bowl, and I get that you want to forget about those memories, but I'm just curious about. Like the lean years, did they get worse after they started putting the bags on, or was it like eventually? Because you're talking 80s and then 2000,
The bags came off when Bum Phillips was coaching.
Okay,
and he looked like it was doing good. People got behind him. He had the you think of the next year that came.
What year are you thinking that is? I don't want to put you on the spot because I know I couldn't.
Okay. It was 1981. Bum Phillips came into the draft immediately. And, you look at what Bum Phillips took his first year for drafting. You think he got George Rogers was his first pick. He wanted a runner like he had he had Campbell in Houston. So he wanted real good. He got Ricky Jackson. He got Russell Gary. He got Frank Warren, Hobie Brenner. That first year, he drafted a lot of good people, and that turned set the team up for basically when Moore took over, in a sense.
Right.
Because what did we have? We had Ricky Jackson, and Hobie Brenner was a great tight end. And then his next year, he got he got Hokie Gajon, Jim Wilkes, and Martin Anderson. So
Hokie. Man, what a legend he was. What a stud.
You think of, that turned the bagheads away because we had good players. So who you contribute that draft to is Bum Phillips. But unfortunately, Bum Phillips and Meekum, I guess Meekum because he was worried about the money and everything, even though he almost had a winning team, they let him go. They said, no, you're not winning. Even though we're almost 50% on what we got. I think what happened was he was when he got he got Earl Campbell to come to New Orleans, and he got another Stabler to come to. Basically he was getting old players, hoping to make a good team.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, like Kenny the Snake and all those. I was going to say some of those guys are coming down on their.
They're on the downside.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what happened. And if you think of it, that's basically what the kind of Saints was doing, trying to help Breeze out or replace Breeze with is some of these old players. And you can't do that. You can't do that. And that's bad.
Bad
I
business.
don't know who is
bad business.
But so I'm looking forward to a young team. Now the thing is about the bag. So that kind of like killed the bag syndrome. After Bumfield came in, if you think of it.
Wow.
Now,
so he made that sounds like a knockdown draft and did you guys?
So
what was his Bum's record?
That. Bum record. He was had a losing record. He had something like he almost
coming from
50%.
like what 1980 was like a what 1-15.
1-15. Then he went to something like 5 and 5 and 9. He had a lot of losses even in his first year, and then he almost had a winning season the next year, but unfortunately he lost the last game, and that's when he was the third year he was actually losing a lot of games, and that's when he retired.
So Mora. So let me ask you this question, Mac, about the bag. So you got your bag on. I mean, these people have their bags on. You got your wig on, and you guys are going like, they're all boo, boo, boo.
I'm trying to I always cuss out. I mean, I've seen people, I don't think the bag is a good omen. I used to say, get the bag off and be a fan. That's what I tell some people.
Okay, yeah. So you basically like
that, and people up there on the Facebook now are showing their bags and how they're going to go to the game and everything. And unfortunately, I respond saying, I'm not being nice, I guess. I said, get a plastic bag and set it out.
So,
in 2000, after we won the Super Bowl, if you remember, we had a jazz funeral. And we buried the Aints, and we buried bags.
Yep,
I have a picture of that. We're gonna get Jay to put that. I'm gonna send that picture up. Yeah, we're gonna have that on. I'm gonna get a picture up here for us when we have that. Actually,
and even when after that, I even cussed out a girl. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I didn't maybe cuss at her. I says when we had a bad season. 2 years afterwards, we were losing some games, and somebody showed up with her bag then. And I said, wait a minute. You haven't seen the bad times.
Right.
What do you got a bag on your head for?
That's what this whole Matt. That's one of the big reasons why I wanted to bring you back so quickly, and because I felt that you could put a really good, a really good, a good eye and a good solid opinion
the thing is, if you had a coach there for 3 years. And you're not improving, and then all of a sudden you have like a 1-15 season. No, it's time to get the.
I'm just saying you have your hand on the pulse of what's actually really happened. Not that someone's saying that, well, this is how it should go. I mean, man, you put in all these years. You were here before they got to the point where they had the bags, and then they got to the bags. Then you've already went straight through, see some changes, and here all of a sudden comes Drew Brees. I mean, this is right on the brink of you having Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Brooks. Throw the ball the wrong way. So let me back up, but just a touch more. But not with. So tell me this. What do you think about? What do you think about this? You think when it comes down to attitudes of people getting better as fans, as you become where we are now, as far as being like wanting a win yesterday, not understanding the history of it takes coaching, it takes all these different things.
I didn't expect to win, but I wanted us to beat the the point spread. You hate to think of it. Back in the day, people would bet on the Saints, and they would win. Even though they lost the game, they beat the point spread. Now, I bet you if you document that, you could say, okay, the Saints people were behind the Saints that way because they were making money off of it.
Okay,
and unfortunately,
I mean that's a positive.
That's one way of looking at it for sure.
So you got that, guys. Go bet. They probably not. If I had to guess, we might get. We got to see how many times they covered and they did.
I was looking at the odds. You bet $5, and you get $300 back. I said, well, that's an investment if you got it. But,
I think that's just an entry thing there. So, Mac, tell me this.
Go ahead.
What do you feel now about the fans and the way that they're responding to the 1-8?
Well,
like,
they
you
were.
think they're
You got a lot of-
overreacting, or do you think that they're right? Because the last time a team was like this, they got bags. Would you say the bags worked, or would you say the bags didn't work and it was coaching?
I think before they put the bags on, they Meekum had a decision to change up coaches anyway. Because if you had, I think it was Stanfield. I'm not sure what the coach was.
I was going to ask you, is it Hank Stram or something?
No, it wasn't Hank Stram. Hank Stram came after, I think, right after Bum Phillips, I think.
Oh, okay. That is an upgrade.
And they didn't.
Who was before
Stram,
Bum? Is the question I wanted to know.
I think Wade Phillips.
There you go.
I think his name was Wade Phillips.
Yes,
before.
correct.
Yeah, Bum.
Wade Phillips was the interim coach, and he never did get to be. Wade Phillips went on to be defensive coordinators for teams that won Super Bowls.
Yeah, Wade Phillips is Bum Phillips' son. Bum was from 1981 to 85.
Okay.
And he had a record of 27-42.
Oof.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah. So, you got to figure out.
Not great.
And I know the thing is, they got Hank Stram, and Hank Stram wanted to spend money and get players.
Okay, so who did Hank get? Did anybody big names that Hank Stram brought in?
I can't remember, but I know he was fired 1 year after he took the job. Because he didn't Meekum owned the team still, and he didn't want to.
So Meekum didn't play that shit pretty much. He said that it's a wrap. You know what I mean? He says, you know what's going to happen? You don't win, you're gone. So now, then all of a sudden.
That's it.
So, Mac, tell me this. The last thing we're going to get you out here on, my brother, because I know you got to go. But one of the biggest things I want you to do for me is tell these fans, what would you encourage them on at a dark time like this? And because before you answer, let me just say this. You know what they say about people who are really good friends and faithful people? They're like us. They're like stars. You can only see them when it's really dark.
Show up at the game, no empty seats, and quit selling their tickets to other teams. There's a lot of people that would like to go to the game, but they can't go to the game because they're holding these seats. And if they're not going to go, let somebody else go that wants to go to the game. This team's going to, I think, you got to give it a little chance on it. There's a certain point there you got to win. You got to improve I know the quarterback did play well. Unfortunately, we didn't, develop a good running game, and they gave up too many big plays. You look at these things; it's hurting you, and you got to straighten it out. And I think they're going to do that. And they got to. Unfortunately, you got to improve tackling skills. These guys are just hitting the guys and hurting each other. These are things that are hurting the Saints. Turnovers killed us. How many turnovers they had the game beforehand?
Would you say that's coaching?
It's discipline. When you have, and I don't know who's in charge of the discipline, and when you have double motions, when you have, you don't know, you move,
simple calls that they're not
simple
making.
calls like that that put you back.
Too many people on the field, delay a game, those kind of things, right?
I don't know if what is the point there. Who's in charge of the discipline of the team? The coach is. The thing is, though, the head coach should get on if he's got, the assistant coaches. Both, he should get on assistant coaches to get on his line if they're the ones that's causing this and say, hey, you got to know what they're. You shouldn't have motion in your own home stadium where it's supposed to be quiet.
Two questions, and then I'm going to let you go, Mac. The first question is, what do we say to people if we see a person on the side of us wearing a bag?
I says, well, basically, I said, no, you shouldn't. Basically, it's not that bad yet. Okay? It hasn't. You haven't seen the worst of it. And when you've seen the worst, I could understand you wear a bag, but this.
But argumentatively, Mac, this is the worst. We tied the worst. The worst would be.
This is the worst. This is the worst we've done in a long time.
Yeah,
but
it was worse than this.
Wearing a bag doesn't. tell you that you're a true fan.
There you go. There you go. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah,
So see, basically,
as you're not a true fan that you wear a bag.
bingo. That's how I feel. I feel that because here's the disrespect thing. If you don't want to go, don't go. I mean, to go into trying to humiliate the team is not going to motivate them, in my opinion. And the last thing, Mac, is what would you think?
If you remember, think of this, and I haven't seen it being done in a long time. Even when we lost, we'd have New Orleans fans at the airport greeting them back home.
Hey,
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Hey, bro, let me tell you, I was one of them. I appreciate that, Mac. And what do you think our record's going to be at the end of the year?
Oh, gosh.
So we already lost 8, right?
We already lost 8. How many more games we got? We're going to be – hey, we'll probably have – I think we'll probably – I said we win 6 games at the beginning of the season. We're going to be lucky if we get 4, okay?
Wow.
My pen blew up on that one.
My pen blew up on that one.
I think we could come back, okay? I think we can do it. I really do. 6.
Hey, I love Shuck. I love Shuck. How do you say his name? Is it Shuck or Shook?
I say like he shuck oysters.
Okay, yeah, that's what I think it is too, Shuck. Well, Mac, let me tell you, man, as a fan who's been dressing up for 31 years and sometimes feeling like, man, I got to wake up and go to the game tomorrow, even though I'm just tired.
Hey,
let me tell you,
when you paint your face, it takes longer to get dressed up to go to a game. You can't just put on a Saints jersey and go to the game and, be there. Shame on you. That's the way I look at it.
Amen. And look, here's the thing, man. I may just basically want to stay home sometimes. I'm sure how many years again have you been dressing up and going to Saints games?
It's been I haven't missed a home game in the Dome for 48 years plus. I can't remember.
Amazing.
48
home
years,
game
Mac.
in the Dome. That's what I say.
Ladies and gentlemen, a true New Orleans legend and Saints fan who's already in Canton, Ohio.
Well,
Hall of
I've been
Fame.
in Canton. But they go on now.
I love you, Mac.
Anyway,
and look, let's get together because me and you, we're going to Canton together. Me and you going down to Canton to celebrate those guys going in Hall of Fame. Keep me posted.
I sure will, brother.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
for your
you for
time,
being
Mac.
on the 504 Fan Cave,
brother.
my man, Mac. Take care.
Who that?
504 Man Cave. Keep on listening.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for listening, Mac. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. That's the dude.
There you go. That's the dude. He's going on 50 years. We need to have some sort of 50 years in the Dome party for him in a couple of years coming.
What did he say, 48?
He said 48, so we got 2 years to go.
Holy shit.
That'd be 2027.
Holy shit. I mean, look at, man, I better not see anybody whining. I'm going to get Mac.
Hey, that's Mac dedication. Through good times, through bad times, through half times.
I just had an epiphany.
What's that?
Mac is the David Goggins of Saints fans.
He's the David Goggins.
Yes, dude. Fuck a guy don't fuck around, bro.
He's like, I don't care if this face paint is giving me acne. I'm putting it on today. They can't stop me.
Fucking 48 years, not missing a whole game. I'm not 32. I'm thinking, fucking 32. This motherfucker got 48 and cruising.
He like, the wig done pulled out all my hair, but I can't stop.
I don't know. I got to tell you this story about when we went to Canton, Ohio.
All right, tell me the story right quick. We got to let these listeners go.
Yes, we
bro.
do. We got to let you guys go. But this story is hilarious. So there's a fan Hall of Fame for fans in Canton, and it's called the they're gonna kick my ass. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not saying the name right.
It's called the
Ultimate
Football
Fan, Ultimate Professional Football Fan Association. That's what they are, and they're recognized by Canton, and they do amazing things. The guys who get in and go, it's a lot of community work, which is a big thing. I mean, I'm talking like hardcore community work, not just like going for showing up for something, but like doing stuff, organizing things. So Mac and Lionel, the clan, they're both in it. There's other guy Sparky. There's Cyborg Sank, Game Time. There's some Saints fans there. So
sure.
They asked me, Mac and Lionel, like, look, dude, we really want you to come. You got to be in this. You deserve to be here. One of the things I really don't like is to write bio about myself. I mean, you've been through this, but I don't really
you're
like
not talking
but
about
so
yourself.
I had to like
not talking
basically
about-
write a big bio about yourself, why you should do it and why you should be there.
You talk with your hands on this side of the mic.
Oh, no problem. It must be the Italian in me, man. You know?
That must be.
But anyhow, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, get through that. And then I'm like, okay, I'll go. So I go there and I'm ended up going rooming with me, Mac, Sparky, who's the chef. He cooks on Tailgate King.
Okay.
And then Cyborg Singh, Ben. You know, Ben's but good. So all four of us go there together. A great time, dude. But we had a room together, just talking about how much of a gangster Mac is.
Okay.
He's older than all of us by like maybe 20 years or 15 years easily, and so he's going doing all these things during the day. And as it gets later, we all back at the room. I'm old school. I'm not going to take the bed from Mac. Right? There's like two beds. Right? So there's one bed where Sparky's on one bed. He passes out. And then all of a sudden, Ben gets on the other bed. So I'm like, damn, man. So I take like the sofa. I figure when Matt comes, he just like one of those guys to get up and he'll figure it out or lay on the side of him, whatever. Matt comes home. He takes out the chair, like a chair cushion, takes the middle part out, like lays down on it, takes all his paint shit off, lays down on it, and goes to sleep. Sets an alarm clock at like 6 o'clock, 6:30, and it goes off.
Not his first rodeo.
And he's
he knows
getting
what
up
to do.
off of a bed that he slept in that's like this big. Got 3 other grown ass men. I hogged up the sofa, and these guys took one bed, one in each bed. Poor Mac, 70-something years old dude, was like sleeping on a piece of cushion,
Chair foam.
yeah, and up, kicked everybody's ass, dancing throughout the whole parade. It's a good time down there. They have a parade. I mean, I suggest everybody we should get a big posse and go down to Canton.
Sounds like a good time.
You won't get to see, you'll see all those guys in the parades, but staying with them and everybody's got in this big hotel and they got it's a pretty epic situation. But Mac is a hell of a guy. He is one of my favorites, if not the favorite out of all the guys, and you can see why from talking to him. But time always flies when you're having a good time, Jay.
It sure does. Thank you for joining us on the 504 Fan Cave. We're in here every week talking about the New Orleans Saints.
The commiserating season.
The commiseration
version.
station.
No, this is just this version. Remember what Mac has taught us. Mac's taught us we got to like stay in our lanes and, you know, grin and bear with it, right? And meaning like you are a fan, so you do these things fans do. If you're a fair weather fan, then you do things fair weather fans. As Mac was saying, at first it took me like 3 times to say because the wagon was already broken. Like,
Yeah.
He's talking about the bandwagon.
Yeah, the bandwagon. Yeah.
To get it. All right, guys, we love you. We miss you. And listen, we'll see you back. Hopefully, wait, you know what I want to do before we leave?
What's that?
I want to burn a little Palo Santos. Maybe we start changing the energy for the Saints.
Give it a try, man. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Exactly. We're going to change this shit up. We got the oldest Saints fan that was painting himself up, bringing the heat, telling us, listen, guys, stop being soft, crank it up. And I'm sorry I'm away from the mic, Jay. I have to be away from the mic right now. Now I'm in. But
It is what it is. You know,
yeah.
some people take cues. Some people hit their marks. Some people don't.
Yep. I'm hitting and missing, baby. Ain't that a song? Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. We turning this season around right now. Where's that camera? Look here, camera one. We changing this season right now.
We're switching it
Oh,
up.
shit, my pants on fire. Psych. No, but that's right. We taking it. Mr. Vibes, could you give us a look at like Mr. Vibes right here? I'm calling it. Who we playing? The Panthers?
Panthers, yeah.
Woo!
Carolina Panthers.
All right. I'm going off here. All right. I'm calling it right now, Jay. Look at me, folks.
Yeah, Panthers win.
Saints get another win.
Saints get another win. I love it. Hey, the show goes faster when the Saints win. So join us next week on the
All right.
5.
And look,
You like your elbow could not be like more in front of my shot.
I'm sorry.
So remember,
Yeah.
don't forget.
Yeah, go for
next
it.
week.
That's it. I don't know, it wasn't important, but anyhow, it's about the vibe, man. Get it going.
It's all
Get it
about
going.
a vibe. We're having a good vibe here.
Yes.
And hey, you know, if you like the 504 Fan Cave, you will love the Only Good Vibes News Network. So please tune us in on both of our offerings.
Yes. It's all connected like we're connected, right?
That's right. Everything is connected.
Look, stay true to yourself. Always be a Saints fan. And look, everything, if you're a Saints fan, you already know. Shit ain't going to be easy unless you're my wife. My wife said her Saints,
Nothing
they
is
won a
easy.
Super Bowl. Who dat?
Who dat?
Hashtag beat the Panthers.